This Raw Vision video is brought to you by Metro Solar, proud partner of the Richmond Football Club.
Our special guest has been a burst onto the scene in round 12 from GWS. The Tigers picked him up late in the draft and he has been just belting everybody this year, averaging 25, 26 disposals. Anthony Miles, it's been a massive rise for you since Richmond rang you 2 weeks before the draft and weren't going to take you.
Yeah, so obviously being delisted at the end of last year by the Giants was pretty tough to swallow, and then I was fortunate enough to get thrown a lifeline by Richmond through the rookie draft.
It's a fascinating story. I think everyone's interested in where you've come from. You got delisted by the Giants, thrown on the scrap heap. You thought your career was over, and then you were taken in the rookie draft by a team that hadn't really even shown much interest in you.
Yeah, so obviously I looked around at some VFL clubs and some Sample clubs, and a couple of weeks before the rookie draft, Richmond actually rang me and said, "Look, mate, we aren't going to take you. Just go and do what you do, you know, at the VFL or the Sample, and we'll have a look at you there." But Blair Hartley fortunately rang me the night before the rookie draft and said we might take you. So cause for a sleepless night, but picked up fortunately.
What were the reasons the Giants said they were delisting you for?
I think it was, you know, my running ability was probably the main thing, and then they touched on a few other things, but yeah, it was a pretty tough time.
Did you begin to start to doubt yourself when they delisted you and it didn't look like another club was going to pick you up? Did you start to doubt that maybe your career or your dream of AFL was over?
Oh, certainly. You go through stages where you think you can be, you know, traded. That was the first thing, and then didn't get traded, which was another tough one to swallow through the draft, and then, as I said, then you do the rookie draft. So there is that doubt, I suppose.
And you're from how long? Like, there's no one from how long? And they got sand scrapes there. They haven't even got proper greens. When I used to drive through there. And why do they call you Snipper?
Yeah, no, I'll let you know, there's greens there now. It's a great golf course in Howling now, so
Righto.
they've changed that. Yeah, Snipper, it's not a great story, to be honest with you, but I'll tell it anyway. My old man, I'm the youngest of 3 boys, so I was always following my 2 older brothers around, just snipping at their heels, so my old man called me Snip, and it's somehow stuck.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have gone with it.
Have you improved?
What a great story.
How long's the drive, Bill?
How long?
How many miles?
Not bad. I get that. No. You'd be sick of all that. But it's only a little country town. I don't reckon anyone of any note's come out of how long?
Nah.
In how long?
I'm battling.
Yeah,
battling, I think,
exactly.
one. Yeah.
Have you improved, or did the Giants get you wrong?
I'd like to think I've improved, yeah. I went away after being delisted and worked on what they thought my deficiencies were, and hooked up with a running coach back home, my uncle, and did some work there, and yeah, the Tigers have been great for my development as well.
So you're going from a club with not many senior players and you got to a footy club. Who did you start trying to follow Richmond? Because you just seem to attract the footy, just in traffic. You get it outside of traffic as well. You're getting it inside and outside, as I said, but just using the ball as we see there. Who did you start trying to follow at Richmond? Who was your highlight?
The thing for me was just to first-hand witness how these guys go about it. You know, Lids, Koch have been great just to watch what they do on the track and in the weights room. Nathan Foley has been fantastic for me. He played his 150th on Friday night, and he's been a great mentor for me as well.
When the Tigers were going bad, we'll have a look at some of the highlights in the early part of the year. 3 and 10. Big Ivan Maric came out and said that the training standards probably weren't where they needed to be. You've witnessed it firsthand this year, what it's like to be a Richmond player. I mean, 3 and 10, now you've won 6 in a row on the verge of maybe playing finals. Where was the change?
I think, as you said, getting those senior guys back, getting Ivan Maric back, Lids is starting to play some really good footy. Koch has been fantastic the last 10 weeks, so those senior guys have just really stood up. And I heard Dimmer say that, you know, it probably wasn't our middle tier guys early in the year as our stars, so to speak, that were probably letting us down a little bit.
Why weren't you getting a game early on? Because your form was pretty good in the 2s, yet you weren't coming in even though the side wasn't performing really well. Do you know why?
Oh, not really. I suppose I had a few deficiencies that I needed to work on early in the year as well. It was a tough side to break into. Obviously, coming off the rookie list as well was another challenge I had to face, and fortunate enough to get my chance at round 12.
Did you play in the Dream Time at the G game?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. Well, I sort of bumped into Heppel last night at a function, and he said what a different proposition the Tigers were last night, or Friday night, compared to that one. Is it all come down to just being harder at the footy than what the Tigers were earlier in the year?
Oh, it's certainly something that we've focused on, winning contested footy and winning clearances. I don't know, I suppose there's a real belief back in the group at the moment, and it's certainly showing.
Knowing firsthand, Richmond can get to be a very exciting place. I'd imagine winning 6 in a row, which haven't done for 19 years, is very exciting at the moment. Possibility of playing finals. What was Damien Hardwick's take on it after the game?
You know, Dimmer basically said, you know, well done, you've won an elimination final and you've probably got another one next week. So for us, it's just about keep winning, keep playing some good footy, and hopefully other results can take care of
There's a
itself.
lot of love there. There is a lot of love. There's a lot of. They've got a bit of spirit in. You see him come off the ground, and especially that West Coast game when you won that. You blokes didn't want to come off the ground. You were loving it out there. It was really good.
Yeah, it's a great place to be around at the moment. All the boys are, you know, gelling well, and there's a great feeling amongst the group. That's for sure.